back today. We're on the trails. As you saw in the last video, we had some carnage. We struggled in a lot of areas. We're looking forward to taking the Turbo S back to the place we rolled it over and see if we can get redemption today. Braden, what do you think?
Absolute redemption on that rollover spot.
I gotta say I'm excited about the same spot to roll over. I will say I'm not very confident I'll be able to make it up it with just 30s, but I got SuperATV high clearance A-arms, trailing arms, and radius rods, and the skid plate, so I'll give it a shot.
Braden's got some new parts on his machine. Last time we were out here, it was bone stock, so we're looking to see the comparison to see how much better it can conquer the trails with all these SuperATV products installed.
It's not the same razor it was in the last video. Running 34s on it now. A lot of awesome SuperATV parts, and we're gonna put them to the test today.
And I think today's gonna be better all around. Last time we were out here, as you saw, it was definitely very greasy. Hasn't rained here in a while, so we're actually gonna get to do some hill killing and see if we can keep it all rubber side down. How you feeling in there? You got that adrenaline a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Got a little bit of clankety clank going on up in that stock differential.
Yeah. We knew she wouldn't last long anyway.
Yeah. Smells like them tires, the Warriors are heated up. I think you got it this time.
Oh no, we're gonna drill it hard this time.
A little more speed, a little more speed.
How you feeling about that?
I felt good, but I will say that I got to watch them two go first, so I just knew you had to give it the beans and let it go. Stood up real nice.
Stood up real nice. I got to see.
I didn't know what it felt about like last time I rolled it. It kind of got to that point where I was like, well, is it going to go forward or are we going to go backwards? And that huge branch hanging there in that
like
tree.
This tree
Corey's
right here.
Like, watch out for that. And it was like right here.
Yeah.
But it sat down. Felt cool. On to the next one. You boys going to hit it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Corey's in. What about you, Braden?
Yeah, it definitely is a popper, as Tyler called it.
Popper.
The
Gets
popper.
that front end popped up and you just kind of along for the ride for a second. And normally either the back tires drop back off the bank and you bang your skid plate and there you are stuck, or that forward momentum gets you on up and you're able to pull on through. It worked out for me. We'll see if it works out for these guys.
I'm gonna get that tree down.
I thought for sure I was gonna hit it. But
It was
it's
close.
pretty solid in there. Easy, easy money.
Like my hands came off the steering wheel.
Hey, you wasn't ready.
You ready, Braden?
We'll see.
He's got a little bit of worry in his voice, a little bit. He's
I
like,
do, man. I don't.
Sheesh, I don't know. You got it, Braden.
Ready?
Oh yeah.
When you're coming down, it feels like that the ground's going to be there a lot quicker than it really is.
How'd you guys feel?
It felt cool for sure.
Yeah,
It's an adrenaline
I
pump.
love that kind of stuff. Whereas you saw, we knocked the edge off a little bit, so the first time hitting it, it has that more of the lip at the top kind of rockets it, but as they said, I'm wider by a substantial amount, so probably when Corey hit it. But still, that's a bank like that. Video never does it justice. This is a pretty good creek bank. As you heard Braden's voice, he was a little unsure.
I was a little unsure.
It's it's a interesting feeling, and how Corey says, then the ground kind of falls out this side too, so you're just kind of wondering which way we're going. Is it coming down or what? When hitting steep banks like that, the problem if you don't get the momentum and you come up short and you land back down, a lot of times that skid plate will hit, and then you're kind of bellied out. That's prone to really bend drive shafts. That's like probably the #1 killer for bending drive shafts, is shooting short creek banks or short hill climbs when the back just kind of falls off and you land like that. So you want to make sure you shoot it hard enough where you kind of willy through and then you come landing down. But in return, it gets a little sketch sometimes.
And then get out of the gas before your front tires hit the ground.
Yep.
Always key.
But on to the next spot. We're getting real close to heading over to that waterfall. See if we can get redemption. Made it look good.
Hammer down.
Yeah.
All right, so last time you were here, you had to winch out because you couldn't make it all the way up. So, how you feeling?
I honestly thought it was going to be a little bit drier today, but kind of as you can see, we're in a pretty tight gully crevice here, and looks like there's still quite a bit of moisture on the ground. I don't think this one's going to be too much of a challenge, but who knows until we get up there walling around. Well, when we first started there, I thought, golly, we're going to have the winch again, but just hammered it down a little bit. You get those old Warriors spun up pretty good, and they'll start grabbing, and more of the problem with that spot that the S doesn't help with the portal is the width. As you saw, there's jagged rocks hanging out, and that's freaking slowing your momentum up, catching on that stuff. And once finally got the front tires past those, there's two like that are hanging out like teeth trying to grab you. Once you got past those, came on up through there. This one's going to be a different story though, but it looks a lot drier today for sure.
It's dry, that's a plus, but it's still pretty.
Look at that big undercut. It didn't disappear, man. You know, that's the hard part.
I think my 30 is going to be like right here.
This is once again a better spot because obstacles like this, your tires, when you try to go up with that trailing arm, is like a low point. So that trailing arm drags on that. So basically, while it's dragging, it's lifting your back tires off the ground. So you're just relying on strictly the front tires to be pulling at that point until you slide far enough and your tire hits that, and hopefully it bites and doesn't go up under the rock. But I don't know, debating on whether I'm gonna try to swing like I did last time or just shoot it right up the gut. So I just have to get over here, wall around on it, and see where it takes us. Let's get it. Well, that was kind of slightly disappointing how easy it was.
Yeah, except look at your back tire.
I bashed the heck out of my knee, and looks like I puffed the tire. But hey, that's what those sharp ledges will do. But by golly, we kept our rubber side down and we made it! Woo! You can see this comes to a straight point. That is like a knife. And you'll actually check out this video we're gonna play from Corey's point of view when I shot this. You can actually see the tire blow out as soon as it hit this ledge. how this is kind of hanging out. It caught that sidewall of that tire right there, punctured it, blew that air out of the tire, and there we are up there with the flat. So we got a gash in it, probably about 10 to 15 plugs wide. We might have to stick a couple sticks in there with some plugs. Not sure what's gonna happen. We're gonna work on Corey's first, then we're gonna plug a tire.
Hold up. It felt like I lost my brakes for a second.
Hang on 1 second. The tire did some weird shit.
I think his axle, the cage is rotating in the CV. Because your boots are on.
I mean, I don't know. It looked like that might have just been a tire, but it looked like a wheel broke.
Really? I don't know. Back her up a little bit. Keep coming.
Just a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Like right there.
Drill it.
Ready?
Drill it. You're broke.
Like I said, this is a tough spot, and especially with a wider machine. I don't know when we get out of here, but you can look right back there. See those rocks, how they're protruding out? Look where you can be beating the ends of them off, but there was the same on the other side. And looks like Corey's wheel, when it came by, dropped in there, and then he was trying to thrust forward, and it grabbed the inside of that wheel and popped. Can't quite tell what broke yet, but where the rotor slides in onto the axle, it basically has pulled that out. So the rotor and everything, the brake caliper is sitting a little bit sideways, trying to rip the wheel off. So we're gonna winch it up, get it up here on flat ground, evaluate what we're gonna have to do.
I should have winched.
So what we had happen here, an OEM axle, as you can see, the outer snub nose on that CV, right where the shaft comes out of the cup, broke off. In return, allows this hub to pull out and takes out quite a few things with it.
So I guess you're going to be upgrading to rhinos?
I should have done it a long time ago. We wouldn't be having this problem.
Never a bad idea to carry spare parts. And he's getting to upgrade today. 2.0 over the stock.
The good stuff. The good stuff. And just so everybody knows, your cotter pin is right there.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times people call in, it didn't come with the cotter pin. Factory washer's better. Save the bearing.
There it is. Oh, that bearing's nice.
Real nice.
Hopefully you got your outer race on your
I think there was one laying down there. Did you pick something up down there?
it's froze up on there, but whatever at this point.
Wash that mud off.
There we go. Nice. Has an extra 3 on the end of it.
Definitely recommend changing your bearing.
You got zipper ties, you say? Unless you got a T27, we're gonna have to break your brake line clip.
I have one.
We'll just take it and lay it up on the trailing arm. Worsher?
Worsher.
Nerd? See the studs. Close right there. Up. There's one.
Maybe wear some lug nuts, Corey.
You want all of them?
And that socket.
Back in action.
They're all getting started.
Should be fun. Get out of here.
I can't believe that wheelbase actually is solid.
Give her a little gas while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Something broke. Alright. So that's a wrap. Today's trail ride, as you saw, got a little sketchy in a few spots. Had a good time. Tore up a few things. That kind of shows the importance of bringing tools and extra parts and having a winch on your machine. Once again, we got in this same valley, and we might need to call this like Winch Hollow or something. I don't know. It seems like every time we come down through here, we're having to winch. But, both machines that had a winch, we were using the winch to leverage the machine, get it pulled up a little bit, and then tilting it on its side. A winch. The Black Ops Series winch. We have everything from a 2,500 all the way up to a 6,000 pound winch. They are the ticket for sure, and they'll get you out of a bind, literally.
How'd you think your machine did with the upgraded parts?
Night and day difference. Obviously, getting the 2-inch forward arms, being able to clear 34 high clearance A arms, obviously Rhino 2.0s probably saved me in a couple spots today, especially on that first hill. All in all, the machine's doing great. I'm loving it.
Pretty good day.
I mean, they say you're not having fun unless you're breaking stuff, and we've definitely done that today, so.
Is it having fun or riding, or I thought it was if you're not riding if you're not breaking stuff, but either way.
Yeah.
Great time. Great time.
It's a good time for sure, and that's a wrap. Check us out, SuperATV.com for the latest and greatest. We have it all.